Today I'm planting my garden stick. What I really like about the garden stick is you can get 14 plants in a 1-foot area. Very compact and very easy to maintain. Matter of fact, it comes with its own watering system. All you have to do is hook this up to a water source, which I have over here in my rainwater, and then turn it on however often you need to turn it on and water your plants. It also has a regulator on here, so you can regulate how much water goes in. And it has a sprayer down here on the top that waters the plants. In addition to that, I believe they're also coming out with a 2-liter water bottle watering system also. So how was this developed? Well, this was developed by some professional farmers who have U-pick strawberry acreage, and they have found the best distance between plants to plant. So one of the unique things about this is it's been tested as far as how big the holes should be and how far apart they should be and where they should be spaced. It's the right height for picking. What happens is that this goes inside of here, and then this goes on top of there. So what comes in the kit? Well, you get the container, then you get a ring that goes on the bottom. This drops right in the bottom. You take the bottom tube, you place that inside, and it fits snugly right inside here. What I really like is the craftsmanship that they've used in building this. This is a family-owned business, and they're doing a really good job in sanding down the corners, making everything fit nice and tight. An excellent job. Then you take the top part here, it's even marked, and it comes with complete instructions. Then you line that up, you put that right in there, and then there you have your stick. Of course, before you put that up, all you have to do is add your soil and your plants. In addition to that, you need some ballast down here on the bottom. So I've got some throwaway bricks I found at a construction site. Once you add the bricks, you put this ring in, and that'll hold everything just nice and solid. Then fill it up with your favorite potting soil, fertilizer, and then add plants. And that's what I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll make up my favorite potting mix, which is the 70% peat moss, 30% perlite, with some dolomite or gardening lime, agricultural limestone, whatever you want to call it, and some Microlife organic fertilizer. I'll get this filled up, and as I fill it up, then I'll add a plant here, then I'll add more soil, add another plant on the other side, and so forth until I'm all the way up here. You do this by taking this top part off first so you can reach down inside. So let me get started and I'll let you see how it goes. Okay, I've got the bottom part of this garden stick in. I have the plate down below to hold it in the center, which works really well. Now I'm just going to add my ballast, which is these bricks. Just fill those in all the way up to about here, and then I'll put this ring on, and that'll stabilize the whole garden stick. So I'll go ahead and do that. I added the bricks for ballast. Now I'm just adding this ring, and I'm going to push it all the way down to where it stops inside of the container and hold everything nice and snug. There you go. That is rock solid, and it's got a nice heavy base on it. When there's overflow water, that'll also go down here and also add to the weight and ballast. So this is very well designed as far as being extremely stable. Bo, the owner of the garden stick, told me that he's had these out in 50+ mile-an-hour winds without any problems at all. Okay, so let's mix up the soil and start planting. Okay, I've used less than 5 gallons worth of soil here in the first container, and I've got nasturtiums, which are edible, on both of the bottoms, spinach on both sides. We've got some parsley, and then some salad burnet here. Now, I probably bought plants that were too big. They were in these size pots here. I think that's a 4-inch pot. But the roots take up almost the whole canister here. So what I did is, instead of trying to squeeze this through the 2-inch hole, I fed the plant from the inside out, and that worked out really well. So what I'll do is I'll put some soil in here and water down, and then keep on building. The combiner piece on here fits really nice and snug, so to get it all the way on and get it on quickly and easy, I just used a 2x4, laid it on top, and then took my sledgehammer and hammered that down. A couple hits and it was in place. There we have the garden stick. I'm almost completely done with it. As you can see, I added a ladder, step ladder, so I could get up here to the top and plant from the top. I also left some headroom here, so when I put in the watering head, that there's room for that to work. So that's what all I need to do now is put that on, turn on the water, and get everything well watered. I did water as I went through. I actually stepped on this tomato plant just full on, broke its main leader. I don't know how it's going to do. It looks kind of weird with these plants hanging upside down, but we'll see how it does. Everything in here is edible, all the way from the marigolds to the jalapeno peppers to the tomatoes, basil, and all the things that we have down here below. This should be a lot of fun to watch grow. In this about 4 foot by 8 foot area, I have probably, well, over 100 plants planted, and I've got one more thing to plant in here for sure. So you don't need a lot of space to have a garden. Think vertical. Think how you can grow a garden up. Think how you can make it easy so it's watering itself. And this is how I'm choosing to do it and trying these different ways. But the garden stick is a great way, and you can have several of these growing up, and you can have different varieties of plants. I don't know that they found all the plants that were growing here, but anything that has a small root base will grow. So these tomatoes are, I've been told, to work well, even though they have a large root base, and all these other things are experimental on our part. But we thought it'd be fun to try. It's definitely a good product. I'm very, very pleased with it, and I'm glad to have it in my container gardening system. Just to give you an idea, this is coming off of my water totes here, and as you can see, just the amount of water pressure that's in the totes itself is enough to get the water coming through. So we have a nice slow drip that'll go through and water, I hope you can see that, and we'll water the plants well. So I don't have a pump on here. One day I may add a water pump with a battery and the solar panel, but right now just having the water coming from the top tank, the bottom tank is turned off. Even with the hose wrapped up around, we're still getting enough water pressure to water up here. So I'm very pleased with that. And the plants are getting rainwater instead of chlorinated tap water. They love the rainwater. So here's the finished product. Got everything labeled, growing. Look kind of funny sticking straight out the sides, but as long as you don't step on them, I think they'll grow great. Totally awesome. I love it, being able to plant so much in so little footage. The place to get this is at your local nursery, and if they don't have it, have them contact Bo at thegardenstick.com, or you can order it directly at thegardenstick.com. I need to let you know that I am not associated with, nor do I get paid by them for doing this video, but I think this is an awesome product. I love high density gardening, and this is a great way to do it. This is LDS Prepper saying, if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear. And you have really cool looking vegetable garden or flower garden on a stick.